Welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lady Lauren Explore, and there's Grumpy Pants Prince, who's just barking and growling at people out the window. But this is, I think, week 2 for my, or day 2. It was week 2 for me, but it's, let me turn on the volume. It's week 2 for me for reading BIPOC authors and Black characters as my main characters and my romances. And so I guess I should start with what I just finished reading on my second week, and that is by Haley Stewart. She is a Texas native, so woo. This is her first book in the series called Deadly Vows. Now, this is not in print anymore. She's taking it off Amazon, and you can only find this print on her Patreon, but you have to be a $50 member on her tier to actually get this in print. Otherwise, you can get everything else in ebook, and you get the rest of the series in an ebook. I really wish that I could somehow get the rest of the series in print, maybe like get her ebooks and then find someone who could bind them up for me and I can make an omnibus for it. I don't know, but this is the first book in the series, and we're following Luca and Elise, and this is a very dark plot. I've already talked about this before. I think I made a video and I was talking about how uncomfortable it made me feel that I actually liked this book, because it's a lot. This is very dark. Not AA dark, but this is still dark. Elise is going through a lot of betrayals, a lot of violations of her body, torture. She is physically abused by Luca. She is auctioned off at one point. It's just like a lot. She's going through a traumatic experience in time, and it seems like no one really cares for her except for Luca in his own weird, twisted, and sick way. I will say that like there is some very triggering aspects that go on in this, especially when it comes to Luca and him R-wording her a lot. It's just, you just gotta keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind when it comes to this. Morally, this is very a horrible book. I just couldn't understand like how I could like this book with how horrible everything is happening to her in this book, and I'm just like, yes, I love it. You probably won't like Luca a lot. We do get his point of view sometimes. It's mainly like Elise's point of view, but he is sprinkled in more than what you would think. He's not like chapter for chapter. Sometimes it'll be like 5 chapters and then we get his point of view. But for the beginning of the book, it's Elise and her going through being Luca's wife. And like I said, Luca's crazy. He's like on the scale for like bad boy, bookish boyfriends. You would think that Selvin was like crazy, but like Luca's even more crazy than Selvin, and that's saying a lot. And Selvin's from Sophie's Surrender by Sam Mariano and Laura Lovett. Great book. I really want to know the other stories, because I know that in the series we follow Nicola, who is the South Cabo that Luca appointed, and then we follow Romulo, who is Luca's right-hand man and his love story. And you see it kind of sort of in the book where he says like he's going on a date, and then all of a sudden in like some other scenes that happened, like that was crazy. He goes, how was the date? Luca goes, how's the date? And then Romulo is like, I did this for love. And like, that's the only time like we talk about his love life. I really want to know who it is. And then we also have, it's not a spoiler, I guess, but Luca's son, Lachino, and his is the part 2 of this storyline. So yeah, I am waiting for Carmel Rhodes' first book from Lithium Springs to come. So I think it's Lithium Tides, or is Lithium Tides the second one? Well, I'm waiting for the first book in the Lithium Springs series so I can read that and read Lithium Tides back to back, since I only have read Lithium Tides. And I do want to read how her best friend got into being with the lead singer. So that's gonna be my new book of the week. So I'm gonna read that. That comes in on Sunday, so I'm super happy about that. Then I'm probably going to read Truly by Carmel Rhodes. Probably gonna keep it on Carmel Rhodes' train for a minute because I have those books by her. So I'll see you in a few seconds. And also, tomorrow's the Super Bowl show. My roommate wants to go see Puss in Boots in theaters, so we're gonna do that. I'm probably gonna have her go to BJ's with me afterwards, so I'm probably not gonna try to eat as much popcorn, even though me and Puss in Boots, yeah, no jab, but I think she needs something to like take her mind off what's going on in college right now. So we're gonna do that, and then probably go to BJ's because I want to Shirley Temple. Just saying. And then Super Bowl. I'm only here for Rihanna. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi. It's another week. And don't mind like my little chickies. I'm having flare-ups. So I'm trying to get them to go away as soon as possible. I'm just saying. Also, BJ's has really great Shirley Temples. Really good. I finished rereading Truly. This is the Dark Heart Romance edition, which I love. I have two editions of this. I'm just saying, because I love this cover. I love the mail cover. I wish it was in hardback though. Like, I wish the mail cover was in hardback. But that's just like beside the point. So this is still a 5-star. Like, I just can't help but like love Noah for how possessive and toxic he is. And he is redeemable in the end because he finally goes to her boundary, but then he goes back to himself. So I was like, oh, like he heard. And then he was like, oh yeah, I got you for this time. And then he goes back to himself. Like, he's like lessened it. So, you know, he's redeemable. He's not like Carter from Untouchable. He's just like, take you as I am. Take me as I am. What I said? What? Anyways, so I usually like my heroes to be toxic. I like them to be possessive and just like Carter, just like Vaughn, just like Dare. Dare's Selvin. I mean, there's a lot of heroes I'm here for. And Noah, even though he is dark at first, because this does go from SA to him being obsessive and possessive of Truly, he learns from his mistake, reels it back, ups it a little bit, and then now they're okay. But I truly love this book, and I love rereading it because it just makes me fall in love with Noah even more. I'm saying. But yeah, this is really, really good. I loved it. It's still 5 stars and magnifique. So this next one I actually got for this month, and that's a Carmel Rhodes book, and it's the first book in the Lithium Springs collection, trilogy, because it's following the 3 members of the band. And I read the second one, I think last year or 2 years ago, and I'm going to reread it once we get done with this. But I wanted to read the first book, which follows her best friend and how she got into the situation she was in, meeting the band. And I must say, Lithium Waves is the book, and I can honestly say that if I had read this book first, I would have not read the other book. I'm so glad I skip around. Like, I read in a series, I read the summary that sticks out to me, and it's like one of those interconnective ones where like you have to read the first book to get the second book and all that kind of stuff. And usually how it happens in like Why Choose series, you know? For this one, they're interconnected standalones. This is following James and Napoleon, or Jamie and Ryder. I did not fall in love with these characters. I found Jamie to be, she's broken. Like, she is like a who hurt you kind of vibe. I'm letting you know, like, she is that. She is who. But I just did not connect to them like I did in Lithium Tides. It was just not there. I was really hoping that I would like this book, but I just don't. I'm gonna give this book, I'll wait for the rating. But I'm kind of glad that I didn't read this book first. My favorite one is still Lithium Tides. I'm nervous because I really now want to read the third book, but I don't know if I'm going to like it, and I don't want to do that to myself because I just don't. Maybe I will. Maybe. But this one was just not for me. And I'll see you when I finish rereading Lithium Tides. Okay, I think this is going to be my final book for this week, and it is the second book in the Lithium Springs trilogy, Lithium Tides. I think, before I give this book a 4.75, and I'm sticking with that, mainly because I really, really wanted more of Carter's, and also I noticed that a lot of my favorite heroes are called Carter. I'm just saying. I mean, a Carter from Untouchable, Carter from Consider Me. Now this CT is Carter. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of repeats and I'm loving it. But anyways, this is, I'm saying that because like, I really wish there was more of Carter's point of view. I said that before in my video for this. I really, like, she gave us a tease of his point of view when he first met Kinsey, but I really wanted more of his point of view. I think, so in the first one, Lithium Waves, it's dual perspective, and I kind of wish that this was dual perspective. But I understand why it's not dual perspective because of the twist. If we knew what we knew now, it would have ruined the whole entire sequence of events that was happening. So I understand. I just wish like there was like a novella, a point 2 to like 2.5 with his point of view. I just really needed like even like highlights of like what was going on his side of things. I wish that happened. And look at Prince. But yeah, so I am going to end this week on that note, and we shall see what's going to happen in next week. I'm trying to figure out what books I will reread and what new book I will read. Maybe QB Tyler's. I've been thinking about that one. It's on my bed. I just haven't picked it up. I'm nervous. But we shall see, and what am I talking about? Hey, I post a video Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Sunday, so please be subscribed so you can get notified when I upload a video. Or it's just there. And I hope you'll have a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!